certainly being here and being, where this is especially reverent is it was overwhelming. It was scary, but now that we've shown it and we've gotten some good, some great feedback, I think we're all really proud of it and thankful that yourself and everyone here isn't driving a stake through our hearts for being a bunch of Aussies and an American taking on such an important story. It was a hodgepodge of things. The truest answer is a man named Neil Swain. He's an excellent dialect coach. He works with a lot of great actors, and especially American actors, when they come over here and try to do what you guys do so well. And I work with him a lot. But then also, it's a collage. It's a collage. There's no trick to it. I watched a lot. There's a lot of good reference points. I'm not going to give them away, but a lot of good movies that are reference points. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, look, it all really comes down to the fact that for me, 20 years ago, I played Hal and then Henry V on stage. There was a moment where I'd been asked to do a sword and horse type movie. It's a terrible way of describing period movies, but and I saw in the script, I wasn't very passionate about it, but I saw something in it that was very reminiscent of and derivative of Shakespeare's speeches from various plays, and it just got me thinking, the passion that I had for Henry V, what would it take for us to convince people to let us do our own version of this story, and that's where it started.
Definitely the fact that there were so very few female characters in it, but the fact that each of those female characters had a lot to say and were really strong and courageous and held a lot of wisdom.
Joel came to me. He had a strong personal connection to the Henry IV plays and Henry V because he had performed them on stage in Sydney when he was fresh out of drama school. I think they were really seminal career experiences for him. He said, "How do you feel about us doing some version of the life of Henry V?" I thought it was a terrible idea, only because it would never have occurred to me to do a medieval movie. I don't know why, but I feel that way about most ideas that are put to me, and then I end up enjoying the challenge of doing the thing I thought I didn't want to do. Yeah, just go, okay, what would my version of that movie be? Trepidation, being a dirty Australian? No, it's I mean, as we know, I am very firmly of the Anglosphere, of the Five Eyes. Shakespeare is the greatest writer in English literature, and I feel like these plays, these characters, are owned by all of us. I felt I felt free not only to adapt, but to steal and mutate and ruin and whatever, as Shakespeare himself did.